All right. Good morning. I'm Tricia Myers, Senior Manager of Talent and Inclusion here at Chamberlain Group, and I'm really excited to be here today talking to two of our employees, Jen Chang and Mark Guzman, as we continue our conversation and our celebration of Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islanders Heritage Month. Really, today wanted to talk about two of our employees and get to know them better as they come from different backgrounds. But first, let's do some brief introductions. Jing, let's start with you to hear more about your role at Chamberlain Group, and then we'll go to Mark.
Hi, good morning, Tricia. Good morning, Mark. My name is Jing, like the city Beijing. So my name is Jing Chen. I have been with Chamberlain for almost 2 years. And my role at Chamberlain is a channel manager for Chamberlain branded product. So anything you see Chamberlain and anywhere you purchase, I have something to do with that.
Oh,
Thank you for having me. It's very
that's
important to talking about AAPI month, and I'm excited to be here.
no, thank you, thank you. I did not realize that, so that's good to know. Good. All righty, Mark.
Hi, Tricia, Jing. Thanks for having me too. I'm Mark Guzman. I'm a senior business analyst of the engineering access product team. I will be with CGI for 3 years now in June. I actually come from a Southeast Asian country called the Philippines. And after graduating from college, I was part of a global consulting firm that brought me here in 2007 in Illinois, and I've since stayed here forever. So I've been a naturalized U.S. citizen here since 2019. So thanks for having
Fantastic.
me.
Thank you. No, thanks for being here. That's great. Wonderful. Today, we really wanted to find out a little bit more about your specific culture. So, what would you say, Jing, we'll start with you. What culture describes you best, and why is that important to you?
We all love to hang out with people who think alike, or maybe sometimes even look alike, right?
Mhm.
And also algorithm, once coming to online, digital media and social media, we've been targeted to consume the type of information we usually consume. However, when we're looking at the reality coming to workplace as well as the society, hey, it's very different. You don't always only spending time with people exactly think like you or look like you. That's why I feel like AAPI also has um, significant meaning to the workplace as well as the society. How can we collaborate better, right, to achieve as a one team, as how we Chamberlain were, we would say one team. How we can be a one team better if we
Mhm.
do not understand each other's background better.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Mark, what would you say?
So for me, AAPI, it's not only looking outwards, looking at the more famous Asian Americans and what they have achieved for the for society, but it's more like a personal reminder for me that hey, I am also a contributor to society. I'm also a contributor to the U.S. to the company, and what does my culture bring, and how does it help bring success and good for our company and our country as a whole? So that's why it's important for me.
Fantastic. Great. Thank you. Thank you. So my next question is really, again, continue to be personal and peel back the onion a little bit, is what are you most proud of? And maybe what is that one thing that people might get wrong or make assumptions about regarding your culture?
What I'm most proud of is I always having this openness to different diversity culture. I'm not sure why, but I just amazed by where people coming from, what they bring to the table, and learning their personal story. So I feel like this is something I'm really proud. Probably also making me a good collaborator when it's coming to working with my one team. We've been raised to be humble, right? Like to be modest.
Mm-hmm.
And at early career or early, at school, I felt sometimes this moderness be mistaken as either lack of confidence or
Mm-hmm.
lack of creativity or lack of leadership.
Mm-hmm.
I feel this is the biggest misunderstanding a lot of times once coming to API community. I feel like this will be very interesting to bring up because
Mm-hmm.
literally it has something to do with how we've been raising up.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's a great example of how your cultural upbringing just has such a big impact on your professional career, and it's so important for people not to mistake that for something that it's not. Fantastic. Thank you. All righty. Mark, over to you.
Sure. So what I'm most proud of, Filipino Americans are most likely known for their hospitality. The culture itself is very warm and welcoming, and that's what I like about Filipino Americans. Now, the misconception with that too is that because we are so hospitable, right?
Mm-hmm.
We you always see Filipino Americans with a smile on their faces. And sometimes, irrespective of the situation or whether it's an appropriate response or not, you'll likely see us with a smile on our face because by default, that's how we are. We normally try to be very accommodating, and that's why we always try to smile a lot. But to what Jing's point is, being friendly and being overtly approachable doesn't really mean that we are not very capable people, and we are very capable as a culture too. It's just like we find that it's easier to smile with the muscles that we use in our face than it is to frown, and that's why we're like this.
Oh, that's great. Love it. Thank you. I want to thank you both for sharing and helping us learn more about your culture. I really encourage all of our employees to have these kind of conversations with others in their teams as we continue to celebrate Asian American, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders Heritage Month. And I think ongoing, not just this month, but ongoing, so that we all can continue to learn and grow together. So thanks again to both of you. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.